Hey, hi everyone. Today we are going to discuss about the UI policy in ServiceNow, how to use it, how to utilize the capabilities in terms of what capabilities contain, where we can utilize it, and how we can make sure that everything is working fine. So some kind of debugging if there is some override, so how to do so. So we are going to cover in this session. So we will start from the beginning. So from creation and what the the other capabilities like UI policy action, UI policy related list actions. So those things how we can utilize it, how we will apply the conditions where the condition builder as well as scripted way how to do so. So we will cover that too. And
Your
let
voice is cracking.
okay. So still it's cracking.
No, no, better.
Okay. So here we are going to cover these things in current topic. Okay. Uh, so let's move on to the next. So we have a UI policy. You can see the session topics we will cover. Create a UI policy, UI related list actions, and then UI policy actions. Correct. So let's begin uh, with the our the instance which I have. I have to write down UI policy. Sorry, UI policies under system UI. We can find the UI policies. Other way, I'll show you the other way around how we can do so. Okay. So let's. I'll show you that too. So it will be helpful for you guys. So let's say any the module you can open. It's not incident just because we are used to incident. That's why even you can open the form. Sorry, if even you can open the problem. Okay, so any module that you can apply, just open it. So anything on here, it's a UI, user interface. Whatever the user interface label actions required or changes or you want to read only or something you don't want to so let's example here's the problem statement asterisk mark, so you can put making the asterisk mark by via the UI policy. So here for particular table how I will create, correct? Either I can go via this way, either I have to make any special especially on the particular or table, so we can open that record, any records. It's not mandatory to I will open on this and that. Just open any records, go on configure. Under that you can see here the policies. Again I'm saying right click, configure, configure, and then there is a UI policy, click on it. So you can see here on top. So you can see here there on top. It's a the details are over there. Details are you can find out which table and what the things are there. So you can find over there. Correct. So after clicking on it, I'll show you something. You can see make assignment group is mandatory. So because if you are aware about it, so our problem change and incident request catalog and many more are interconnected with the task table. Task is the parent table for these or the tables. They are the child table of task. Okay, so that's why it applied on task means where this field will be utilized or this condition will met, then it will become the true. If in case it would be not override, correct? Dictionary override, which we have talked about earlier, but I'll just show you on the in this in this capabilities. In this capabilities, will not utilize the dictionary override, but we will cover it how the UI policy is going to be utilized. Okay. So here you can see the UI policy actions and UI policy related list actions. So here the related list, if you recall it on the last session, we talked about the related list and a relationship, how to create the custom related list, correct? So this is also like it's applied on the related list actions. Okay, how it apply, how you will do it, what need to be done. So these things we can cover it. Okay. So let's begin with the some of the like the demo part, so you could understand what the utilization, how we can utilize the capabilities. Okay. Let's begin with I'll open the incident form. Let's see what we can make the mandatory and all. So then it would be easy to understand. Correct. Okay. Let's say this is a Gaurav CSM field. Correct. So I want to whenever that state will be closed or it will be resolved, when the incident will be in resolved state, then my this field should be became read only. Correct. This is one of the conditions that we are going to apply via UI policy. Now we will open it. Oh, sorry, we have opened it. Whether I can go via this, correct, and whether I can directly open it here, correct. And let's say I applied into the incident. Okay, so incident. Let's say short description. Anything you can say, like no. Let's say I'll tell this name. It's Gaurav CSM field became read only on state result. Correct. So here I can put the state. So whatever the incident have that field, okay, whatever the state have that field, I called it because I said I instructed that UI policy. We are going to apply on the incident table. Correct. Now the incident table is this. Correct. And whatever the field would be there. So whatsoever you can type on every fields over there. Even the whatever the related fields or like reference field would be there. So it will show over there into the this area. Okay. So let's say I said I mentioned about the state. There is a two type of state is it's showing. One is incident state, correct? So this state is belongs to on the task table, so it will be state only, correct? So if you want to see the like is that exactly on the task table or not, I can see here, correct? So this is the on the state field. Again, I choose it this is resolved. You can see all the like the respective choice field is will be appear. Okay, here we go. Resolve. Then what we will do? Correct. Save. Correct. UI policy actions. Once you remember when I created this, these two related list was not appear. But right now, after submitted, I click on the save. You can click on the submit. You will click on the submit button. It will be like it will redirect to that page and the list, and then you can do it. Otherwise, right click and save it if you are like admin over there. So you can do so like how you will comfortable with that. So now you can see the UI policy action and UI policy related list action. So now what we can do in this condition? So we have to apply on the field, correct? So we will choose this related this tab UI policy actions and click on the new. choose it the field. Remember in this like no this will appear like this way. So you have to find out which field and which um, area we need to choose it, like area in terms of the field which will need to be choose. So we will see the channel. Other than that, it's a Gaurav CSM, I think. Let me find out control F. Gaurav. Okay. Let me check. Okay, this should be appear. Let me check. Okay, it's in different scope. That's why it's like no, you can see here, it's in different scope. Then we have to getting into that scope. Then it will like no appear. That's why you can see this field is not appearing here. Even I just type down everything. Correct. So if I change the like the scope from here, from that particular scope, whatever the scope is mentioned over here, so then it will be appear. Okay. Let's see like no the other fields on the incident. That would be what will be the like no other things. Let me check it out. Okay. Any field. See how restricting the what we can say the scope is like no restricting to create into the via global to into the like no scope, so we cannot access it. So this is the capability of scoped application. Correct. How to restrict it, no one can access it. So if the like no you are admin, you can jump over, you can create it, but like no this is the capability that I just talked about it. So it's a Gaurav home. Definitely it would be here. Okay, so let's see Gaurav home. You can see here. I'll select it. Here all things are there. So it's not very much tricky. So you can understand if you want to make the mandatory this field on the before whatever the condition we have applied, correct? So if you want to mandatory, you can select true. If you want to visible in terms of show and hide. So you can, if you make the true, then it will be showing. If you make the false, it will be hidden. Read only, you cannot edit that field, so you can make it via this way. Okay, clear the value. So whenever that action made, then it will be clear your value whatsoever the value you have chosen. So because it's a UI labels, correct? So sometimes what happen, you have chosen and you immediately you feel that no, it's fine, like no, I will not go into, let's say like no, I'll choose it this. Okay, and after that sometimes I feel okay, I'll make it that false, resolve it, and again like no it will be make the hide it, correct? And even if I want to change it out or something I written down here, it's a string field, then we can write down something. And I feel like no okay, I made the changes and the field get read only. Again I made the changes, then I feel like no, it's like no, still it's showing the same value, correct? So on that conditions we can apply this like no, clear the field value, correct? So you have to very like no consciously you have to think of it, whether where I will going to choose it, or like no, whether I need to clear that value or not, on which condition, correct? So our like the requirement is to make the field non-editable. Okay, so I can we made it via the this field. Okay, true, I made the what I'm like no overall making this configuration. So UI policy action under I'm saying that you this field will become mandatory, correct? So if any older value or whatever the value you will select, so it will be going to be hide if we will make the any changes parallelly. Okay, Let's see how it's work. Okay, reload it. Always like after creating the new UI policy, you have to reload it. Okay, let's see. You can see here it came up. Now we will make the result. See, anything is there? No. If I'll make it again, it's appear. Correct. Now you can see the value has been wiped out. Correct. What I talked about it, if I'll do so, side it, right side doing hiding. Let me, okay. Let me, I'll show you the other way around. Making the read only, instead of that, it's hiding the field. That's strange. Okay. Let me, okay. It would be fine. Everything is good. Correct. We can check it out again. Resolve. That's good. Okay. Let me refresh it again because I haven't refreshed it. Okay. Let me check it out. Resolve. Again, I'll change it out. In progress, it's happened. Correct. So it would be some glitches, I feel. Let me say true and clear. When it's making the true, it should be clear. Correct. Say this and this. Oh, sorry. Because I haven't refreshed it, that's why it's not applying. Okay. Figure out that too. We will select it. Resolve. It's become 100. You can see automatically it's wiped out because I have checked clear the value. Means what I'm saying, whenever this condition will met, then this will apply on this particular field. This will apply on this particular field. Correct? This action will be applied on particular field. That's what happening. If I'll make these changes, let's see what will be the outcome. Now I'll select this. Select this. Let's show the clear value. That's strange. Let me do so. Okay, let's see. Now it's become mandatory. Now it should not wipe down. Correct? So if I make these changes again, it became the the mandatory without anything without this on this condition it automatically became the mandatory on that. Okay, the same for anything if I want to hide it, I can do so. Should be visible true or false on the condition. You can vice versa on this condition it will happen. Correct. So let's say I'm saying that what setup I made it. So I'm saying that state is resolved, then visibility would be false, means it will not show that field. Correct. So let's see resolve. You can see that field it's disappear. That is the capability of a UI policy. In UI policy, you can see that it's applied. If you read it out over here, you I get it what it contains. Correct. So global, when it applied on load, when the form is loading, correct? That's why I have to again and again, when I'm applying that to, I have to reload that page, correct? Every time. If you're going on server side, so you don't have to. It's met the condition, it automatically start working. But in UI policy, client script, you have to refresh the page because it's on UI label, correct? On this, whatever you are seeing, on it applied only that. It doesn't apply on the backend thing, like the uh, data label or server label thing, correct? So UI policy will apply on the UI level. So always remember what is UI. You already, I already mentioned about it. So on whatever you are seeing on your eyes right now, it's whatever it's appeared over here. So it's applied only that. Okay. Any questions?
No.
Okay. Thank you. So here is the one of the related list action. Policy will applied on the related list. Let's say this is core of related list. I believe I have created earlier. Sorry. So what I renamed it, correct? If you recall it, I'll show you. List control, I believe. Yeah. If I remove it, showing. Let me refresh it. Eventually, this name is the core of the related list. Here we go. Correct. So here is I selected that related list. Its visibility is true or not. You can decide it. You can put it false. I'll click on the submit. I'll go on the my the UI policy which I have created. So what it says, state is this, and it like two parallel things. It will be uh, will be done on this. Okay, you can add as much you want, but always remember how much you will create on the particular one condition. You have to take care of that, correct? So let's say no, later on, initially they said on this condition it will be this all fields should be read only. Again, after sometimes your client will say, hey, I need this, this will be appear for when subcategory is this, and then it will appear. Then you cannot manage in this in one area. You have to either you have to create the new one, new UI policy with put the and condition over there, where the subcategory you can mention the subcategory would be this, whatever the subcategory, and on that basis you can hide and show that the field means these two conditions when met, then it will start putting out it will start uh, applying the condition, because what the requirement was there, if these two conditions, then only this other field will be hide, show, or mandatory. It will make the mandatory. Okay, that is the whole condition. Now the reverse is the false, correct? What it does, if in condition you made the changes and again you are without any updating anything, and you are making the changes, what it does, it will reverse the whatever the changes it applied, correct? If we will make the false, it should not revert it, correct? You're getting my point? So it's what I'm trying to say. If I'll make this checkbox unchecked, let's say I'll make these changes, and it applied only once, I will say, correct? So let's say you can say even I'm doing the result, it's not applying. You're getting my point. So it's not reversing the whatever the condition it's like I applied earlier. I said like no, I changed it out to the in progress, then it will appear. Then it's again it's not reapplying that condition. Why? Because I make this one unchecked. So always remember such kind of conditions or such kind of things you are doing. So it's not like no, you have to check it out. Usually like no, the people never uncheck this, but for some conditions, if they make the changes, then definitely you have to take care. Here easily you can see table that extended the specific table inherit this UI policy. So what does mean? Means this UI policy should apply on the child table automatically. If a incident has been extended to another table, then this UI policy and that field would be there. So automatically this UI policy will be applied over there. Correct? So when if like no, sometimes we have some conditional things, correct? So which will be scripted. So we will utilize the some condition G underscore form. This is object. So APIs which like no directly get the like no by writing G underscore form, it will get the access on that particular form. And now whatever you will apply, let's say uh, for the field set display this, correct? Or if any condition you will apply, correct? Condition in terms of if like uh like no, the value of this equal to xyz, correct? So then what will happen? It will answer will become it's universal, so it will automatically whether you will uh like no you will mention or not, so automatically it will apply, so it will become true. So what will happen here? What it's a like no condition builder, correct? So we are creating the condition builder in case sometimes in some requirement or like very specific requirement where these condition builder will not applicable, so you can try to achieve via this execute if true, execute if false. So you have to do like this way. Then you before that you have to take out the value G underscore form form some form like no get value, correct? So get value of any field. You can see automatically it's showing that what field name would be there. So let's say anything we can type state. Okay, so I can take it out into the variable where uh, equal to this, correct? So it's a state field, the value is there, then we can like no then we can apply here if this g equal to if like no the value is same when we are putting this like no the single, it's mean we are assigning that value to the variable. But when you are putting out this, we are saying that if the value is equal to this value, means whatever the this variable will get, that value will be equal to this value, then it will fulfill the if condition, correct? Then it will become the answer true. So this is a like me you can see how the condition is applying. You can see here the mobile all application you can do so. So if true, then it will do like this way. If there will be false, then it will like no it won't do anything at all, correct? So you can like no create via the scripted way where you are like no G underscore form. You can utilize those APIs into the calling those APIs into the your UI policy, and it's really interesting to do so, correct? So you can try those things uh, in your like the scenarios. So this is the overall about the UI policy. It's very simple. It's majorly like no configuration sites where you need to understand a scripted way Once we will complete the client script, then you'll come to know what we need to do, how need to do, and what need to be applied, correct? So it's if execute is true, then it will apply. Then if execute is false, then we can do so, correct? So it's just try to understand. It's a scripted way doing the same thing, but like no, the condition would be different, correct? So it would be might be very complex where you cannot apply the condition builder over there. So we have to apply this like no utilize the execute the if true, like no execute if true. And sometimes what happen, we have a like no very complex requirement where on change this will be happen, that would be happen. Then what we need to do, and there would be very complex thing would be there, so we cannot achieve by UI policy. Then we have to apply the client script. We will cover it into the upcoming session, but I'm telling you like no where we can apply the UI policy. If there is simple and we can apply on the like no on the basic way, so we can do so, correct? Any questions?
Oh, clear.
Okay, that would be great. So here, something I want to show it. No, yeah, order. So we can, like, do the orders and everything. So you can apply, like, no, if you require. Usually, no one like making changes onto the UI policy. Just I'm showing you in the where is that? Yeah, you can see that order we can decide. So like in the incident, if thousands of not thousands, it's a 50, 60, 100 UI policies are running, how we will decide which one, how it will exist. So we can decide what, correct? If the same condition would be there, and you feel that first this will apply, and then after this will apply. So you have to call it, you know, if you want to apply after that, then you have to like do this, correct? So that's the overall.
Your voice is cracking, Gaurav.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. So you can apply this order guide, order number, sorry, not order guide. So order number. So where order number will be decide which one, which UI policy will execute on the sequence. Correct. So if sequence would be this, then after the other, you can decide. If the condition would be same, it's not for everyone. So if condition would be same, so you can change the order. That would be fine. Okay. If you
Okay.
and if you want to make again, if you want to the into the scoped UI policy, you can do so. You can apply this like no again. How we will change? We will change the scope, and then again we will create it. Then it will automatically apply. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So that's all about the UI policy, and you guys can do once like the requirement where a state field would be resolved. Then our like no any two fields like the caller would be became read only. This field became the read only, and category also became the read only in condition of resolved. I'm saying in condition of resolved, these three fields or four fields you can make the read on, correct? So the requirement is that
Okay.
whenever I'm changing state would be my resolve, then these all caller, category, and service, assignment group assigned to field became read only. This is the requirement. Now you have to apply the UI policy. How you will apply? Next class we will take a look. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So thank you so much for joining this call, and have a great day. Yeah. Take care. Bye. Take care.
Okay. Thank you.